Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the Top 64 Qualifiers official cast. I'm GhostArya, and this is Lionheart, and we are ready for some Gwent tonight.
We are indeed. The mid-season tournament, we're starting to get more and more players qualified. This will be for the third and fourth qualification spots. It is going to be quite a set of series.
Yes.
Our first two players, well, I don't think we need too many introductions for this pair,
No, it's Pajabol versus MyaMon. It's not Energix, he tried hard. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we wish, Energix, we wish next time.
But we know who it is. We know the band. We know the decks.
We do.
We have about 20 minutes before the
Somewhere
first
like
game starts.
Yeah, game one is going to be kicking off in that series. Paya v MyaMon. Two incredible players, two well-known players, I think, amongst the community and the esports scene.
With very different styles.
I think it's fair to say, very different styles. This is your first ever qualifier cast?
Yes.
Of course we get Pajabol v MyaMon.
It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be it. Has to be something special when it's the two of us finally together.
Of course, it was unquestionably what was going to happen. Now, we're not just going to be casting that series, of course. This is the upper bracket final, but there is another series afterwards.
Yeah, so you're going to see two series. First off, Paja versus MyaMon, and then whoever loses this will face the winner of the game that we're not going to be watching.
Yeah, and that's Dark Griffin versus Anti-Hero.
Yeah,
Anti-Hero is John Sally, for those of you who remember from last season. People like changing their names in Gwent, and I think it's despite me. Honestly.
I don't know. It is what it is.
It is indeed what it is, but we have those deck lists.
Let's have a look.
Let's take a look. Let's go straight in. Let's not let you just look at us all day, as fantastic as we look. Let's show you the decks. This is Pajabol and MyaMon. First up, what coin?
Blue coin?
Yeah.
Pajabol.
In that case, let us show you the legendary Pajabol.
Yep. So we can see 4 decks. We already know which one got banned, and that is the first one. So we're not going to see blood money at all, which is fine.
It is. I'm a little sad not to see this because it's a weird take on this, but there's no point looking at it. Let's move on.
So the second one is Nilfgaard Renfrey Soldiers. At first, I thought it's quite a standard one, but we have a few more interesting additions. I think the Master of Puppets is one of them for sure.
It is.
And there is one more that I don't think you like that much, and it's the Slight Taste of Mill.
Yeah, I can see a Traherne in here. Obviously, it makes perfect sense, honestly. As much as it pains me to say, in the 8 provision slot, it is just tailor-made for Traherne right now, and it's sensible to be running it. It is a card that, well, Mill hurt MyaMon last weekend. He was in the top 16 qualifiers. Rune Mage into a Kingslayer and got rid of the scenario. He's going to be hoping that Traherne doesn't hit him just as hard. But yeah, as you say, Renfrey Soldiers, pretty strong list. It is looking for 2 decent length long rounds. You've got all of the value from the Soldier Engines and Imperial Formation. And then when you're done with your leader ability, why not have another with your Renfrey? Does well into a long round. That Triss Meteor Shower and all of the big points can be difficult to overcome.
Yeah.
Lots of control as well. 2 locks, 2 slave drivers to double the value of those locks and get 2 more. It's an interesting, pretty powerful, pretty consistent list. So going to be quite the fight.
Definitely. It's not a long round 3 that you would want to face.
No, I think if he wins round 1, he might just be going into a long round 3 against most lists.
So another list is Northern Realms Knight. Echo 4 days, effectively.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You want to know what you're drawing, know when you're drawing it, boost it as much as you can.
Yeah, it is one of the most powerful lists we've seen. It's a very powerful engine deck. There is an Erendite in there, as you can see, one of those echoes. Usually telegraphs this as a blue coin list so that you can keep building the value nice and early. Yep. And we've seen the Immortals and the Damned Sorceress just carry around all on their own. Then all the power of the Damsel in Distress. Paya has taken the Karathi Heatwave method here, so he does have answers for specific cards, whether they are awkward Dagons in Death Wish or just things you absolutely need to delete, like a scenario of some description. Ultimately, this is a point and powerhouse list. One we've seen quite a lot recently, but is just doing oh so well.
Definitely. But Pajabol has added Siegfried, which I really like.
Yeah, and a couple of his lists actually. Had it in the Imperial Formation list as well. Siegfried, again, we've decided we think this is entirely cosmetic. Obviously, we know it's not.
No, but, you know, it's the buff.
Yeah.
I think the buff from the beautiful effect of Siegfried on board just brings you so much joy that then eventually you do so much better in Gwent.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I mean, in reality, it's very good against awkward lists when you're looking at cultists and things like that.
Of
Can be
course,
very
yeah.
useful with all the Ciri Novas around, etc., etc. But it's also one of the prettiest animations in Gwent.
So we get it.
We do.
Last but not least is the Skellige Golden Necker kind of pirates, kind of ships.
Yeah, that's pretty much kind of pirates, kind of ships. It has
Magic compass, maybe can be whatever it is. You're
That's
gonna
the one.
see, right? That's
Exactly. The magic compass is the big play here. This, again, tends to like going on blue for the Mask of Ouroboros to guarantee you thinning. There is a risk of thinning to 0 by mistake if you don't quite get your count right because of Unicorn and Chironex and their new-ish ability. That magic compass is so versatile. It's such a great card. A lot of the time you're fishing for that pirate scenario, but you could also be going for the first stage of tier for both tool removal, carryover if you wanted. There's a lot of options here. Good mid-range value. Tesha Mutna Sword, lots of thinning with Roach, with Knickers, but this one doesn't run the discard package, much to my delight, because honestly, it just never works for me. And I'm on board with it not being run.
Yeah.
I really am.
You're probably looking for more consistency in this kind of setup.
Definitely.
So Paya is going on blue coins,
He
so
is.
we might see Northern Lambs going first, but we'll see.
We will. His opponent
Is MyaMon.
It is MyaMon.
So MyaMon got his Reavers ban,
Okay, so we can look at the first list.
so we can actually look at Scoia'tael.
This is the first time we've ever cast
Finally.
together with a Scoia'tael list not banned.
I am so excited that MyaMon got to bring Scoia'tael. So it is Harmony Schirru with a leader that is movement. The leader obviously is for Schirru, so you can say that better. Otherwise, is what you would expect from Harmony deck. The scenario, Saskia, all the things that you usually see in Harmony. Quite excited to see this.
Yeah, it should be interesting. That Haraquax in there, which I am going to call Disco Pony at least once while we cast, because I can't remember to say it. Haraquax can be awkward if it is pulling out a card you simply do not want removed. But into the Golden Necker lists of Pajabol might not be as great. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Could be awful if it pulls rent-free for Pajabol, though. In that particular matchup, we will see.
We'll see.
Yeah, lots of value there. If you've played Gwent at all in the last couple of months, you've definitely played against Harmony. And as you pointed out, this one is Guerrilla Tactics Schirru for that little bit of extra control. Can be so
Fire.
many points now. Yes, it will burn. It will burn. You mentioned the mobilization list has been banned,
Yeah,
so there
I
will
hope
be
so.
no Reavers.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah,
'Cause if
we're
I
quite
have
happy.
to hear that voice lines once again, I think I will lose my mind.
Yeah.
So the next deck that MyaMon is bringing is Line Pockets, Golden Necker. But the interesting thing is it is double Golden Necker, because you at that 8 provision spot you can see Alisa, and she is bringing Golden Necker back.
She is indeed. There's not much else she wants to bring. I think MyaMon's been toying around with this for a little while now. Brought a variation of it through last weekend as well. And it is a bit of an evolution of the Line Pockets Golden Necker list we have all come to know in the past 3, 4, 5 months in the competitive scene. But the tweaks of that, adding the Alyssa for the double value, love to see Dire Mutated Hound back with 0 buffs. I have seen this on ladders so many times this week, and now I know why. But of course, you've got the Blenheim Brothers, the value of all of those poisons as well. Morale at the very top end. There is so much value into this. Is running double stolen mutagens, and a lot of the time this list, in my experience when we've been casting, tends to do very well if you can get the extra value on stolen mutagens. If you get both, you tend to be in a great spot. No defender here to buff up those Salamandra units though, so it's going to be interesting to see how often that can be the case for MyaMon. It's an aggressive list. That Hengadith sword can be game-changing if you can just trap the soul, as it says, of the right card. But we will soon find out how that one goes.
Yes. And the last.
Oh, no.
Is the reason why Pajabol is bringing all the Siegfrieds. You know?
It might be.
He might be very excited that he's bringing all the Siegfried. Because honestly, the last MyaMon's deck is Nilfgaard Cultists.
It is. Now, this is one of the most challenging lists to cast, in my opinion, as it is just... It can scale out of control at the speed of light. Cultists really want to play and get as much carryover as possible, jamming those deacons and giving as many different things the cultist tag as possible. Then you're going to keep playing and keep playing and keep playing them, destroy with the infusion, and hope it works out for you. You can see the curse scroll at the top of the list, the stratagem. That telegraphs this as a blue coin list because consistency, finding the cards you need is absolutely vital. Matchup for matchup, lineup for lineup, I would say Pajabol will be pretty happy, but that does not by any means
that doesn't mean
that
anything.
it is done. It is going to be a challenge because there are some difficult options here for both players. Now,
Definitely.
The Imperial Formation list is one that I would normally be nervous about, but I think Paya will be reasonably confident he's picked the techs to hopefully deal with it. And I think the big thing for MyaMon is going to be getting that through. As they've gone through the course of the series, the Guerrilla Tactics list is one that, or very similar, that Paya has faced at least once so far. So he'll be happy with that one as well. I think it's fair to say.
So we know, or we presume, that we know that Paya's going blue coin. So therefore we're kind of expecting to see the Northern Realms.
Yes, Northern Realms is a very good option on blue. Could be that or Onslaught.
What could MyaMon then bring to?
For MyaMon here, the versatility, he's got the option. The Syndicate list is going to be reasonably good into Northern Realms. He's going to be looking for that matchup because the poison and the toll removal. Getting through Northern Realms, the Guerrilla Tactics could also stand a decent chance.
The Igni could be nice.
The Igni could be fantastic if you can just set it up. Igni plus Schirru equals fire everywhere.
Fire.
There will be fire and it will be everywhere. It's going to be a really, really interesting series between the two of them. They've got completely different styles.
Definitely, yeah.
And one of the things I love about this is we have 2 players, 8 deck lists, 7 different leader abilities.
The only faction that is missing are monsters.
Yeah, we've got no monsters here.
But otherwise, we're gonna see it all, basically.
We are, and even the list that is the same leader ability are completely different archetypes. I absolutely love that. I think that's really good, and the top 64 deck list-wise has been the most diverse I've ever seen this season. Amazing. I absolutely love that.
Very exciting.
Go! Game 1, Series 1. Now, there is a visual bug. If you've ever watched casting before, you know what this visual bug looks like. There will be, you can't see the leaders, and you won't be able to see the names, but Pajabol is blue coin, which means he is at the bottom.
The tournament client magic.
As I say that, the names are there.
And none of us was right. Skellige versus...
Okay. Oh, here we are. There's the visual bug.
There's the visual bug.
That's fine. There's the visual bug we were looking for. So, we have now got Skellige. The Skellige doesn't... The Skellige was an option if he's looking to see if he's going to avoid that matchup. Skellige can beat Cultists. It really can. This Golden Necker list, there's so much removal, it's a list you want to be trying to take. And if he was expecting MyaMon to go for this, thinking for that counter Q, it's exactly why he should, as we see there.
And for Paya, it might be good to have the discard guaranteed with that stratagem as well. So that's really good.
Very much so, that extra bit of consistency. A decent opening hand here, double boat for the melee row there. Has not so much in the way of direct removal.
And not both of the unicorns. We're missing one of the horses.
Yeah, we have Chiron X, but no unicorn. Paya able to answer the one lock into the other. Typically, your opening play here is you're trying to generate and get as much value out of your cultist as possible. But on red coin, MyaMon not forced to do that straight away. Is he going to do that now? As we can see,
how we gonna look? An operator.
Yeah, makes sense.
Going for it.
Straight in, and you can notice both operator and a fan caught the cultist tag from Prophet early on. That's really, really good there for MyaMon, who is at the top of your screen.
Yeah, MyaMon is at the top. You will not see the leader abilities here for neither of them.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
And we will
sadly.
try to catch up.
So they are using its Imperial formation.
Imperial formation for MyaMon, and Pajabol is using Onslaught. So we'll have the opportunity here to try and remove. It's risky though, because he's not got a guarantee of removal here straight away unless he double leaders off the bat, which he's not going to want to do. I suppose he can. He can use the Brockvar Warrior and a leader charge, which might be the right play, honestly. Skellige can actually Nilfgaard here, because it has so much removal, it can end up effectively using its own cultist and playing Nilfgaard at its own game, something you don't get to do too often, as Paya just works out his decision here. He knows he doesn't want to leave that alive if he can help it. Letting them set that up can be really scary for later on, as he decides to allow that to be the case and just plays a little slowly here. Very interesting.
We're seeing a thinning. The good boy comes out.
Of course.
Works out for Paya.
Love to see it.
But it's very slow.
It is. Now, we don't know.
Meanwhile, MyaMon is just going to get more cultists.
He is. We don't know what was just tagged there by MyaMon. We'll try and keep track of it in the deck. But we are casting from the past or future or one of them.
We're in the present, but they're in the past or future.
That's right. There we go. Now he's played. So this is now going to remove the second one. That makes perfect sense. So use the boat. That is now out of the way. Teleportation, been and gone, and that will be why he has left that there.
Yep.
Makes sense. Just using the stratagem here.
Oh, that's a tough choice, huh?
I suppose he can kick the unarmored cultist if he wants to.
Maybe, yeah.
If he's confident enough. Yeah, I like it. The maxi goes. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. He knows the value of the removal. Being able to set up. I keep saying Ragnarug when I mean Cataclysm.
Okay, well, I know what you mean here.
Yeah. As we can see, Necromancy coming out. Why? Well, because we want to set up so many more. Cultists. And from Red Coin, he's not worried about losing on even because oh boy.
Oh, probably Dandelion is the safer option.
And Dandelion, Dandelion gets buffed. You want to buff all of the golds in your hand, of course. I love that Dandelion Poet is an option now. As much as Cultists are not my favourite archetype, I think it's great that that's there. Pretty solid hand for MyaMon. On Red Coin, he can just play this out. He's still got another one of these in hand, ready to go, and he is creating more and more and more gold.
That's probably also... So MyaMon doesn't want to play the scenario here, right?
So a lot of the time you don't mind doing that, but he doesn't need to now, and I think that's great for him. He knows. We just saw a leader ability dropped out there as well.
That's the first one.
First leader ability, we believe Paya still has one left. We have the same visual issue as you do. Now here's the risk. He needs to find 29 points. We know he's not going to do that, so he has to take the pass and cannot set up any more in this round. Pretty cost-effective round for Pajabol, all things considered, and he'll be happy.
He's not winning on even.
No, not from blue.
Well, from blue. Is he gonna bleed?
Against cultists, I typically would. I'd want to see that scenario. He's already got Operator. That's the big thing for him. You want to get one or the other. You kind of need to get both.
So we have, again, Pajabol is on the bottom. He was on the blue coin, playing Onslaught, already used one leader. MyaMon is on the top. We have a visual bug from the tournament client.
Yeah, but we're hoping that that will not be here for the next one. We will keep you updated. And, okay, drops the Siri, makes sense. But of course, we do see the answer to that sitting nicely in MyaMon's hand. He might not take it initially. Doesn't need to. Paya dropping that first card, probably indicating he's going to get out of here. Yeah. But normally the Skellige list wants to push, wants to keep going, of course, because it needs to thin very well to ensure that it gets down to the cards it needs, i.e. 2 in deck for that compass. He can do that from the current situation he's in, though, because he has Royal Decree to thin once, Golden Necker to thin 3, he'll draw another 3, and he's just using 1 for the Unicorn, which thins again. So pretty much guaranteed here. The question is going to be...
Is he going to do that?
I feel like...
I feel like not. I feel like Paya might stop here.
See, I never would do that against it, but he's few. But and here, okay,
that makes sense.
This
he's
I love.
Just going for the thinning. Yeah.
Makes
Easy.
sense. Guaranteed consistency here, and gets rid of it as well. 23-0 up already on 6 cards.
We might just see Siri going away immediately. That could be
We might do.
an option.
I feel like the scenario has to drop now. Paya will be really happy to see that that's come and gone. Now he has a decision to make. Is this the moment? Because normally you'd push a darn sight further than this, but with the removal, he's got one leader ability left. Murder Boat, which is the boat you can see on the far left. Oh, love that little combo though. He is going to push and push and push this down. Deny everything. It's Skellige Warriors
Then, Golden Necker brings you
and now Pirates.
So many points in one card. So that's the beauty of it, right? Paya doesn't mind shorter run.
And there is the Prophet. Now, the Prophet's interesting as an option here because obviously it does proc that scenario, needs to be a gold, but also locks up Pajabol's hand at a really awkward time because every card he plays now to unlock the rest of it causes him a bit of a problem. He could also pass and go away.
Yeah, that's one way to get rid of it. Or probably play Axel then.
If you're going to play the Axel now, it puts it into your graveyard, does open up the option of taking Compass into Fukusha later on to bring it back. That's so many points because you get the rain value, you get 11 points from the Axel as well. He could just go away, knowing that there's more than 20 points needed here. But I believe, and we can't see it, he does do it. Love it. Okay. Yeah. He's really wants to go in on this here. He knows that he needs to.
And
now
I think
his cards,
that will be a Paja's last card.
Could be. Depends on what he gets back now. Depends on what he gets back. The Vilgeforce is not a cultist because he wasn't able to transfer the order ability of any of his bronzes early on. He's going to be looking here if he... Can he make him over thin? He can't make... Okay, he can't make him over... No, he can't make him over thin. Paya's played that really well.
You mean with Vilgeforce?
Yeah, with Vilgeforce, yeah. Because there was a risk there, and he's having to play with that there is a genuine risk of that happening. And now he should tag probably... Is he going to go for the Vilgeforce here or the Spy? He goes for the Spy. And look how quickly that catches. That's the risk.
That's why Cultists are so scary.
And he hasn't even actually started getting value from them yet. That's what's wild. The Cultists themselves haven't done anything yet.
But that's what's good for Pajabol, that this is the second round, right?
Lovely little hap there. He manages to hit it, gets extra value. Deciding once again here what he is going to grab. I'm expecting it was the bronze for the extra thinning, but could be wrong. He'll want to thin that out a little bit later. And yes, there is a visual bug on the leader abilities, I'm afraid. Pajabol has no leader ability left, but his Onslaught Pirates. And I believe MyaMon has all of the leader abilities left and his Imperial Formation.
Yes, that's how it is, exactly.
Yeah. As we see.
So we're seeing on Neuromancy for... Could be Vincent?
It could be, but no, again, all the setup, all the play. Now the Vilgeforce will also take the tag, one would imagine. Yeah, oh no, he doesn't go for it. Okay, he's happy to not. And now here's the thing. He is ahead.
But Pajabol probably just wants to keep going and getting rid of all the cultists, right?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And it is an interesting option to take with cultists, but also you've now infused Afan, so you can jam all of your leader abilities and then summon Afan into round 3, potentially. As a result, you're then getting the Afan on the board, plus 2 bronze thinning, so many points, all in one turn, and 3 cultists, as Paya says, okay, I am not going to give you the boat now, it's not worth my trade. I am very happy. 9 damage on that boat, and at the moment, unbricked. Here's the thing.
Siri stayed.
Siri did stay, yes.
Interestingly enough, I was expecting her to be gone, but no.
He was just worried about development. What are we going to find? Ooh,
that has to go.
That's good. He's happy to see that been and gone.
Yeah.
Is he going to find the compass? There's no guarantee he finds the compass here, and it also isn't guaranteed from the Golden Necker either. And he doesn't find it. Okay.
So we know we get the location from Golden Necker, that's for sure.
That's coming out definitely. So that's really frustrating for Pajabol.
And by the way,
MyaMon's
MyaMon missed Vincent.
It missed Vincent, but also drew one of his thinning cards as well.
It could be Course of Corruption or Compass.
That's rough.
That is not it.
Yeah, and MyaMon ended up drawing a fan and both of the... Ooh, that is not nice. The Enforcers. Not amazing. Oh, so there's the one thinned out.
Yep.
There we go. Now this is rough here. But That gives Pajabol so much information. Pajabol is now aware you have a 1-point card in hand.
That was 2 leaders?
Yeah, trying to keep them alive, make it difficult for Pajabol to kill it.
So will Paya start with killing something immediately? Can he kill something?
He can, and he will. Leaves the cultist alive there. Not amazing for him, but we're going to see another play out now. He's going to do it again and again and again. This is one of the things that can be, and it's horrible for him, but it's another cultist on board. Plays it, and now another from Afan
that's the
as
last
well.
Leader. Afan's out.
Leader is now gone.
We're going to see the Vial of Forbidden Knowledge. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Quite a simple play.
Just don't give a target.
You want to see more, right?
Yeah, trying to avoid giving a target. This could be really awkward. Because Golden Necker could bring you Curse of Corruption.
Yeah, and you
it's
want
a 50-50.
to know, and you want to make sure you're not hitting your own Ciri.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, at the moment, you're just holding on for bated breath. You're trying to wait as long as possible, make it your last card. Cultists do typically go quite tall. Does manage to get rid of one of them, of course.
Good.
Is he going to find good value? Decides not to float the boat. Because if he floats the boat, he knows it's going to get Vilgeforced.
Yep.
At the moment, MyaMon doesn't want to Vilgeforce the Ciri because of that potential awkwardness. As we see once again, a 0-point teleport effectively.
Yep.
But this is going to be really close.
And now we have the attack on Vilgefortz as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to see the bronze coming down.
It probably will. It's not ideal, but it's what you've got to do.
That's what you have
It's not
to
a
do.
lot of value. And remember, the Roderick, the spy here, is going to pull out that Vincent for huge value. This is literally down to, does Curse of Corruption hit or not? This is horrible for Pajabol. This is a 50-50.
Yeah.
Curse of Corruption is -8. But if he finds the compass, he wins. And that's what this game comes down to. Which of the specials does he draw from this? Pretty much.
And if MyaMon now plays Vilgefortz, Paja has no unit left.
Yeah. So for me...
So Necker will not bring a unit.
Yeah, I would probably be playing the Spy.
Yeah.
I would play the Spy into the Vincent, and I would get rid of the 7 with the buff. That's what I would be doing. I don't know if it's correct or not.
It looks good for MyaMon.
MyaMon's okay.
Okay, Ciri's gone. Units out.
I'm very surprised because I am really, really
and
shocked he's done that.
And we get the Magic Compass, not
Magic
the
Compass,
unit.
no unit, of course.
What are we gonna bring? Fukusha?
Fukusha to Axel is probably the most points here. He finds it anyway, of course, as you say, no unit now.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised he went down that path because he just opened that line up for him effectively. He knew he was going to eventually. Interesting.
Ooh, but Paya, I wouldn't want to be Paya and trying to see if I get the Curse of Corruption or the Magic Compass.
It's rough.
And
we get
the
Morkvarg.
Interestingly, we get, of course, the location. That will probably that's a simple choice. And Morkvarg.
Takes the Morkvarg here.
Haven't seen that in a while.
No, definitely not.
There we go.
Paya ahead now by 11. That is all she wrote, but I believe MyaMon takes this.
So we're gonna see 28 at Paya.
Vincent now is another 11. And I think it's enough.
It is.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Wow. He has got the cultists through here. That is big.
Let's go. And we're seeing...
Okay.
Ooh.
That's very interesting here. MyaMon has taken his double golden necklace here on blue.
I'm telling you, I don't see this coin at all going on blue.
I'd be happy to play on either coin, honestly. It's great for the Saskia, but he hasn't got the stratagem for that.
Yeah.
He's got the option, and it's the most versatile of his lists, I would say.
So the thing you want to do here as MyaMon is play Golden Necker early on, and then play Alisa, and then play him again.
A lot of the time you'll
plan.
set the Golden Necker up as well, so that you're drawing the Royal Decree or something, so that you can then play Alisa as part of that. As we see, MyaMon is not messing around.
Let's go.
He is jamming and jamming fast. As we see that mutated hound sat there. Pajabol's side, he's on red coin with a knight's list. Not typically something you would do. Playing into Poison Golden Necker. Now, this can be tough, because his hand is not amazing here. He has neither of the pieces he wants to go down that route of immortals. He does have his scenario.
No support for any shield whatsoever right now.
No.
He has scenario, which could be an option here. But
rough.
It's too early. You're commenting a lot for knights.
And of course, you can see Lady of the Lake is there, so he can get one of the three.
One.
Normally, it would be a Nero into Amphibious Assault, especially when he has access to the scenario and the heat wave already. But this is tough, and I think that's what we'll see him do.
Might be happening, yeah.
That's what we'll probably.
So Lady of the Lake takes on Pyromancy into Amphibious Assault. Makes sense.
I think so. I think so.
What is it gonna bring though?
Does. Okay. Wow. Okay. Just playing for the value, build up the knights, and get the best case scenario here, because that is not the hand Pajabol would have been looking for.
Yep. And oh my, MyaMon just ready, you know.
MyaMon is here. He is not messing around. He has watched cams, and it is Brother Jams. Now it's Brother MyaMon playing at the speed of light here.
Paya is taking his time, but MyaMon just like, you know
now,
what, let's go.
And there can be a serious advantage to that. It's genuinely a decision, because MyaMon's lists take more time to think about playing against, because, of course, they don't typically make the same decisions. You've played against them less. We did see the value removal there from Pajabol. Getting rid of the armor on the mutated hound means you have to spend 4 coins to get it back. Now, is he going to click the stratagem and turn it back on?
I think so.
Or is he going to hold? Because that poison is probably worth more in the long run.
See.
This is going to be
really difficult. I think we might just see no spending now.
Yeah.
Keeping that money for later.
Yeah, at the moment it makes sense.
And Paya will probably just try and build more bronzes, right?
And yeah, for now,
that's it.
Yeah, you're expecting him probably to drop the knight down between the 2 boosted cards, start building up that value nicely. MyaMon has an Oko Poison next turn. He can use the Fist Deck, he can spend, and just get rid of whatever he fancies.
Which is really tough for Pajabol.
It is.
Especially with knights that want to go tall, and you kind of... Oh!
Okay, he says no thank you Heatwave here. And I was about to say that once he has removed a unit, he has also used a crime card, which means he can spend his remaining coins with that drill and really cause Pajabol a problem. Now,
and
it's
I get
his choice.
You know, we all have the traumatic history of drill. Nobody wants to see it around. Once it's down, you go, oh my god.
That doesn't surprise me. So he has used the spend there to turn that back on, knowing that there isn't a great deal of direct offense in Pajabol's hand. So he'd have to use his first Erendite at this stage. The odds are to be able to deal with that. MyaMon has a decision now. Normally, you'd be losing on even against this in a lot of situations. He could decide this is the time to go away.
We could drop Ciri and go, right? That might be it.
Well, we dropped the Ciri, but we do see MV Pella in hand, the perfect counter to Ciri. Who would have thought?
4 provisions.
The best of 4 provision cards. It's one of the reasons why in the older version of this list, Pajabol actually cut Ciri Nova when he was playing this list, saying that it gets answered all the time by a 4 provision card anyway, and went greedier elsewhere because the carryover didn't stick.
To be fair, MyaMon has more poison, so that 1 Purify could have decided the game later.
Could well do. It could well do here.
So will MyaMon leave now? Is it time to go?
He wants the round control, but at what price? He only has 1 more poison, cannot use again. Instead, just drops the... interesting, okay, he's playing for coin value. He really wants this, but he knows Paya can't go anywhere. Is he hoping that Paya's going to get to a point that he can't play because he's reading the hand? He knows Anero's gone. He knows AA's gone, and as a result, he definitely doesn't have Immortals, because otherwise he would have picked that if he had either part of that combo. He is betting on Paya's hand having that scenario in and not being able to play it, or a higher value option that he doesn't want to give.
Could this be Tome into Golden Necker?
Tome into Golden Necker could be the case. The only risk of Tome into Golden Necker here is you're giving Paya the opportunity to grab his Erendite.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense. But it hasn't grown at all.
It hasn't, that's right. It is literally worthless. Paya...
and you could then play Alisa.
You see, now you're going for the other poison, I think. I think you're going to grab that other poison.
Might be, yeah.
Ooh.
Could be nice, yeah.
The maths here is just headache-inducing. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10. Okay, yeah. So
There's
we
at
know.
least 10 points of engine here. Does he take the Golden Necker?
Golden Necker.
He does take the Golden Necker, knowing that Alyssa, of course, is there. And the Hengedith Sword.
Ooh, look at that.
Hengedith Sword's not amazing, but...
Okay, I like the Vivaldi Bank.
Wow. There's so many points here.
It is.
Oh,
but
boy.
I love the setup for MyaMon, because he can now...
And he's just going to remove that again. He should spend straight away and do it. That is the round for MyaMon. He will be delighted with the way that has gone. And that Dire Hound, 20 points. It cost 4 coins to keep it going, but there is so little direct damage around right now.
MyaMon just... I feel like he's just slicing through Paya tonight.
So far, but there is a long, long way to go. Pajabol right now behind by 36 and needs 37.
Even if he resets the biggest...
16 of them.
The 16 down.
His engines are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Would be worth
6,
it to return the book.
I don't think you want to return the book, but he has to use it if he wants to do this. He's going to use the spores and grab something else.
No.
He's letting the spores sit. So he has the reach. With a leader ability, he has the reach here.
Okay.
That's a lot, but that's fine. Realistically, he can only play the spores and leader ability. He's never going to give the scenario. MyaMon more than happy to drop that Alyssa here and give himself the Golden Necker back all over again.
And now we're ready for run 2. I think MyaMon's just gonna go.
MyaMon is, MyaMon has to,
We're not gonna see the Vivaldi Bank.
So I don't think he'd mind it, but Paya can't play. That's the point. Pajabol now can't play, outpointing NR Knights, albeit a woeful hand for Pajabol. Really won't have loved that.
Paya really didn't have the best round one. There was no shield. That was not it.
But he had none of the things you would typically see. But that does mean he still has them now, is the danger. So you're now in a situation where if you are him, you're thinking, okay, I can use my scenario here. That's absolutely fine. That will win me this round if I need it to. What else can I do? There's the Siegfried. Okay, not the card he would have liked, but...
MyaMon could just decide to play Golden Necker again.
Yeah, well, he might fish for the 2-0.
2-0, right?
Now, this is awkward. Paya is going to play, you'd imagine, the scenario as a guess. But that does not get him ahead. No candle, yeah, that's a fair point. You're grabbing that from the second Golden Necker, of course.
Yeah, that's good.
Which, honestly, you don't hate playing in this round.
No, I would go all in here if I was MyaMon.
This is difficult, and he just plays the Siegfried, and that's really nice.
That's nice.
Because it gets rid
of the poison.
Yeah, but does offer MyaMon a nice little pass. He's not taking it, of course.
Yeah.
I don't believe. And if you're Pajabol, you'd like him to take it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you're hoping.
You're thinking, please go away. Please. But
you're hoping that the visual of Siegfried just sends MyaMon go, okay, I respect this. You know what? I'm going, this is so pretty.
Yeah.
But sadly, that's not it.
Very much so. And obviously you can see he's running in a couple of lists, the Siegfried. It's good against this. And MyaMon does say goodbye. That surprises me. And we're taking the Anero.
See one of the Resilience, I assume.
And he's going to... he plays the Resilience here. It's absolutely fine with that. That's really nice for Pajabol. That's an interesting decision. Didn't really get a lot. If anything, got kind of hurt by that.
I think MyaMon really got hurt by that.
I think, well, we're going to see. Is he able to keep his Golden Necker unbricked when he makes these draws? And now, all of a sudden...
Yeah.
Payabol's hand's looking decent. I would be getting rid of the Cursed Knight. Yeah. But he has got round 3. Earlier today, he won with this list in round 3 with the Immortals combo.
That candle has to go.
Candle go. Ooh. That's a lot of poison.
That's a lot of points, and we have a unit special and an artifact. Perfect. Very good for MyaMon.
And Paya's last card was just perfect. The Erendite he is going to miss, and it would have been decent value, but honestly... not the end of the world. This is going to be tough here because now Pajabol with a unit on board all of a sudden has the scenario, unanswerably has the scenario as we see the Hengedith Sword drops in, drops out very, very quickly. Still jamming cards.
Yeah, MyaMon really is playing fast this series, right?
He is going for this. I'm curious about his decisions now. He doesn't mind seeing something like an Immortals. Immortals is going to go super tall. He's not worried about that because he can remove it as far as he's concerned. He's got,
Paya got rid of Siegfried, so there's no more poison removal, right?
There is not, and there's so much value in that little combo. This is going to be a tough one to call. If he can find the right answer quickly, here's the Golden Necker. That is a lot of points.
Wow.
A lot of self-poison, some of it that he can move, of course, as we are aware, and very talented. He also finds another poison from this.
Yeah, so now we have a poison set up, another one, the candle to spend, because otherwise we really wouldn't have a spender around.
And that's the beauty of the candle.
The beauty of the candle is that guarantees you a way to spend. Now, MyaMon only have 3 cards left in the deck, if I remember correctly. That there were some bronze specials.
Yeah.
So with all this not bringing much, it's more or less bringing more money.
Effectively, yeah, it's good coin value, and that's really sharp from Pajabol.
Yeah.
Doesn't mind that his engine disappears, of course. He held on to the Cursed Knight, a card I said to Mulligan, by the way, if you were listening. Of course, knowing that it is effectively a Purify. Sure, he's lost his own engine, but he's kept a ton of points doing so.
Yeah. And
very
now
nice.
MyaMon needs to try and poison the thing again, right?
And he's playing here expecting an answer. He's expecting an answer to the morale. But of course, we know Erendite has been missed, but he can't guess that. He can't assume that's the case, right? And doesn't assume that's the case. He does, however, have double stolen mutagen value right now if he chooses to take it. Or when he chooses to take it, rather.
So all of the cards are protected through the candle.
And that is why he's just done that so much, because he knows the only removal, in theory, should be
Erendite.
Exactly, and Erendite wouldn't kill that. So he has just spent, probably inefficiently, but sensibly as a result, right?
It's much nicer when you know what your opponent has in hand.
Isn't it just?
The beauty of casting, right?
Very much so.
So what are we going to see from MyaMon?
Was that? That wasn't a misclick on behalf of Pajabol. He's trying to spread his points around to reduce and try. Yeah, he's trying to push his cards across the board here. Stacking in any one place would be obviously a really bad idea. You can see. Look how many points he just grabbed. Look how many points he just grabbed. Now he has split his units all the way across and managed to find great leader value. That maths was lightning.
So we're going to see the 15 deleted, of course.
Yeah, you would imagine so. You would imagine so here. This is going to be close.
Oh, and Iron Man suddenly 10.
Yeah, because of the course of this,
But
it would have been great.
He's not getting into it.
Yeah, no way of grabbing it now, as MyaMon has to make a decision here. Is he trying to take out the 15, or is he going to hold on?
No.
That's more, yeah, I can see that makes sense. He's going to threaten here and plays the Golden Necker poison.
The poison, yeah.
Going for the poison here, because that's where he's going to find the most value. And still has another poison available, of course, with his 4 coins.
There we go. Oh my!
This is gonna be close. We're not sure how many leader charges are still available for Pajabol here. I think it's probably 2 power. It's not 1. I mean, the value of it. Yeah. That is a lot of points.
So that is 21 points.
20 needed and easy. This will be deleted in seconds.
Oof.
Wow.
MyaMon, it wins again.
He does.
I was quick. My man, yeah.
MyaMon is 2-0 up here.
So, MyaMon now only needs to win with Schirru Harmony. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yep.
We are going in to game 3. Paya takes SK here. He is going... Ooh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be interesting. It is reverse sweep time for Pajabol. We see the beautiful animation. Open deck lists in this open deck list tournament. You love to see it.
Ultimate open deck.
Yeah.
If you just wanted to be sure in
Double.
game, that's how you do it.
Yeah, double open deck list time now. It's not us.
Yeah.
I know, I went to do the same thing. So here we go. Now, Pajabol has to push to get this. I have seen 100 series where someone is 2 down, and you think it's the end of the
we can
world.
get a reverse sweep.
The reverse sweep is actually not as difficult as it seems.
Yeah.
Because now Pajabol has all of the agency in his decisions.
And he knows
what he's facing.
He's facing. Each time he can just pick whatever. He knows the coin is so much easier for him because he now just has, okay, I'm now facing this 3 times. The deck list.
Top 64. Okay.
I don't know how to do exclamation mark on English keyboard. Thank you
there
very
you go.
much.
Exclamation mark top 64 for those deck lists from the top 16 players who qualified for the second stage. And we are already in. They are playing and ready to go. He wanted to click. He wanted to make sure we got to see what was in the deck.
Thank you.
Love it. Opening here, of course, that Royal Decree. I wonder which dragon-based. Oh boy.
No,
boy.
we're just going for it.
Pulls his own. Ooh, okay. That's actually.
That's the thing against Golden Necker. You're not really getting.
Yeah, you're not guaranteeing good value, but you also have denied some thinning.
Yeah.
Love that. You'll notice how quickly Pajabol was willing to delete our poor Dana. Now, look at MyaMon's hand. Look at the level of hand buff. That's
insane.
So many points.
Schirru just...
Yeah.
So, the one thing, though, is Skellige doesn't really grow tall. So, Schirru doesn't want to be too tall either, I assume, right?
That's the thing, yeah. The Skellige list, you probably want your Schirru at 5, 6, maybe 7, but probably 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So he's actually not too devastated by this, as you point out. With his leader ability, right now he's got Schirru 4 or Schirru 6. Because of the way the buff works.
That's fine.
That's
fine for him, yeah.
He's okay with that.
Schirru at 4 is pretty versatile as well.
I mean, this Shiru's not terrible right now, but he's going to be looking for a much, much bigger one.
Imagine that. And that's the thing with Schirru for me. I'm starting this, I'm like, oh, do I play it now? Do I play it later? Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, of course, yes. The leader ability is +3 for boost now and only
so
-1. You see, you don't want it at 7 in this at all. Odds are he's going to be happy with the 4, but as we progress, we'll see.
So, and Pajabol goes all in. He probably just wants to make sure he wins round 1. Here?
Usually this list wants to win round 1.
Yeah.
The reason it wants to win round 1, of course, is because it needs to be able to thin into that round 2 to guarantee using its compass. But MyaMon's pulled out the worst of targets in the Roach.
That's
because it would have thinned anyway. There's a downside in that you're thinning a little bit less, but it was the worst possible option that MyaMon could have grabbed from them. We can't jump in the deck to go through the other options, of course, but effectively they were points Pajabol was going to thin anyway. He loses no agency or deploy. You know?
So, what are we going to see here from MyaMon?
He's a lot of points down here.
Yeah, he doesn't have double poison.
He does. Both of the Dryads will poison.
Oh, yeah, true. It looked like a different card.
They're not actually, but the highest item is a 5, right? So between the two of them,
there's nothing you can do.
It's 14 points. He still needs 29. He's going for it, though, thinking, you know what? The available reach on his Schirru is playing for 4, 8, 12, so it's a 16-point Schirru as things stand. Could also use his leader ability once on the 5 to make it even better.
Paya, are you going to kill one of the chameleons?
I don't hate a kill on the chameleon, honestly. There's so much value going later, but many things.
Keep on going, right?
It's a difficult one. You know there's no Charixis in this, and Dana has now gone, so you're not too worried about having to deal with those, which can be quite scary. Of course, no Harmony leader because it's guerrilla tactics, so again, you're not too worried about that. As a result, I wouldn't mind using the Teshimutna sword here.
Yeah.
Is that going to be where he goes, though? Is he going to go for that? He's weighing this up, and at the moment, he'll be looking at his opponent's deck list, drops the axe. He really is saying, I am winning this. That is what's happening. Listen.
This is the
guide
says win round 1.
It does, and I wrote it, and I know. Right? If anyone did, it was him.
I am the guide.
Oh, dear. So, how is he really going to keep saying he's got the reach here? Because that's brave. He knows his Schirru could be great value.
It is, but is this the time for Schirru?
If you're going to Schirru, you're using 2 leader abilities to hit both 5s once. And clicking your own...
You are going to click your own as well.
So
I don't think so. This is the first time we see MyaMon not instantly playing.
He's now taking his time. He's looking at the maths and he's thinking, how much, how possible is it? How worth it is it?
And he decides to go for just simple damage.
Just goes for damage, playing for that harmony value again and again and again. He knows or believes he has the reach here with the two leaders. And Paya instant out says, I don't think you have it. Well,
we know there is the reach, but is there?
There is exactly the reach.
Oi!
Schirru 2 leader
Schirru's
charges
down.
is exactly the reach he needs.
So we're going to...
He should hit both of the 5s.
Makes sense.
Might not even need to, actually.
Because we... So that is 4... so Paya has 3 4s.
So he needs 17.
We can move at least 1.
I think he only needs to move 1 and Schirru, and he's out.
Is he not? Is he got? Yeah, there we go.
I don't think he needs another. Yeah,
there it is.
He's done the maths. He knows that is just enough. Of course, there is no knickers stuck in the deck. So just enough there to get himself out. Now, of course, that reach was always there. Pajabol was playing knowing it was there. It's open deck list. And you may think that's it, and that is a lot of points, a lot of value to lose the round control. But it's also now gone. It's now not something you've got to look at.
Now you don't need to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Schirru's just gone, right?
Schirru is gone.
So MyaMon comes into the round with 6 cards and Paya is on 7.
And that's the big one.
And now MyaMon is very happy because you can just go round 2 scenario.
Yeah.
Lead, right?
If that's the line he decides to take, which of course it is, because he knows there's no Heatwave in this list, it's Golden Necker.
Yeah.
So now this is, I am engines, fight me. Let's go, let's see what we can do.
Enjoy this, right?
Pretty much.
We're probably gonna see the Antirion.
And I'm not surprised to see that movement at all.
Yeah, you know.
The lower bracket semi-final is currently 2-2.
Oh, wow.
They are lightning speed right now, trying to fight out to see who, whether it's Dark Griffin or Anti-Hero, that will take on the loser of this series. We could still have a while to go yet. 2-0 MyaMon right now.
So lower brackets, Anti-Hero and Dark Griffin.
That's right.
Which, honestly, I couldn't tell you the previous names of who that really is. No
Yes,
gonna.
Anti-Hero was John Sally. Dark Griffin's actually been around for a long while. I don't know their previous name, though. But they've qualified to a couple of qualifiers before. As we see just the Harmony scenario doing Harmony scenario things. Lots of points, lots of green points as well.
Yeah.
Which can be just a
Very
little bit
nice.
awkward if you are looking for bloodthirst.
All is growing and growing, and Paya is struggling.
He is, but he does have a great looking hand.
Yeah, that is true.
That I don't think his
Golden
Golden Necker's
Necker-
bricked.
And we haven't seen the location, so that's definitely a thing.
I'm just trying to think
Curse
of specials.
of Corruption would be great.
Oh, okay, of course. He has the Curse of Corruption here, so
Yep.
he's fine.
Yep.
Absolutely fine. He's okay with that. Plays, I love that, okay. Drops down.
We're going to see the dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, now...
are we?
It's risk, because MyaMon's not ahead here, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not
okay.
currently ahead, and it's really awkward for him. He doesn't want to drop the owl. But it's also difficult, because you can see Pajabol has got the second version of his compass in hand. Doesn't want to play that. If he gets forced all the way down here, this could be terrible for him.
MyaMon passes.
Oh, of course, he's got a yes,
Yeah,
of course, because it hits at the
that's
beginning
not
of the
gonna-
turn.
yeah, that's-
Perfect pass for MyaMon, yes.
So
Big trade, but it's worth it. He takes the pass.
he can pass. Yeah.
Great pass. What? He hasn't got a great deal left, though. Realistically. That's the thing. He doesn't have too much left.
Paya has good hand.
Paya's great. Paya's very
He
happy.
just wants to not break Golden Necker.
Effectively,
That's the
yeah.
only thing, right?
So,
We haven't seen. We can't see. Sadly, we can't see the deck list.
so yeah, he still has Saskia, but is she? Well, there she is. But she's not that great at this stage because there aren't so many bronzes left either.
Location needs to go. Perfect.
Yeah, you don't mind drawing into in your first one. So
But Saskia just showed up.
yeah, Saskia's
Not
finally
very
arrived.
useful.
Not, I mean, you don't want to see Maxi in a round 3 hand.
But you also don't want to see your other things. You would rather have Maxi than break your Golden Necker, I think, right?
Very much so. Okay. Well, I'd say Saskia is probably the next thing off. Here she comes to save the day.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, pretty
Shows
much.
up very late to the battle, I think.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what's still an option.
So we have the Curse of Corruption, the location, and a Mist Bronze unit, right?
Yeah, Pajabol doesn't have last say though. That Curse of Corruption is going to be a little problematic. Okay.
Oof.
Okay, decides to just drop. And of course, you can get the double value from that if you want to. But interesting line from MyaMon.
This is a weird matchup, honestly.
Yeah. He plays the boat. I love that.
That's very safe. We're
Makes
probably going to
sense.
see the Maxi next. Just
Okay.
was Maya? No, because Curse of Corruption wasn't an issue for Saskia either. Saskia could have gone.
Not necessarily, because the boat at 5 could have pinged whatever else it pulled and left Saskia potentially the highest unit. That's what he's playing around. That fear. Now the boat's out, it's fine anyway. He's worried about losing her to Curse of Corruption. But he can't now. He's very, very pleased that that can't be the case at this stage, of course.
Yep.
He'll get a second turn of it as well. Saskia will stick.
Okay. So now Paya doesn't want to play the Maxi because she's 6. So
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Okay, and he's just saying, you know what, I need to do it now because I don't want to play the Maxi. She guarantees it. Ouch. That Curse of Corruption for Pajabol
That
was... I mean, ultimately...
it happened so fast.
He knows it's coming, right? He knows that's what's going to happen.
And, you know, we know he could have waited for the dwarf. But, yeah, that's just not it. So we're now seeing a very chunky orb that has no answer. We're going to probably see just... Are we going to see Kambi? Can we do that?
And that's what you have to worry about here. MyaMon has to prepare for Kambi. There's no way. There's no, because he doesn't have last say, so it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, but it would be funny.
It would be. In fact, he'd have to Kambi now,
Yeah,
and Kambi would lose him the game.
Yeah, he would but he could try it.
He could, right? He could Compass now and Kambi, but it doesn't win him the game. Ultimately,
so we'll see a Maxi.
Yeah. I mean, you're assuming it's got to be Maxi, right?
Or Fukusha into something? Yeah. Could be a thing.
I think Fukusha into...
But Morkwark doesn't change it here because we're not last say.
Yeah, I was going to say, Owl, ultimately, and there's the Fukusha's got to go for the good value, which will be the Axel, I would imagine, for max points.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points as well.
That's
plays the value, plays the heal, and that's a lot. But that Owl is huge.
That is 24 points as it stands. So that's 31.
25, 26.
That's already it. I think. Saskia brings something up. I think MyaMon wins here. Right? If I'm counting this right, MyaMon just wins.
Yep. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Unbelievably.
Guess that... Wait.
He's got 2, 3, 4. This is...
okay.
Yeah.
Are we there?
It looks like...
With the leader, yes. MyaMon wins.
Yeah, well, with the... Wow. And the boat, of course, takes the ping, but that leader charge takes it, and that is MyaMon 3. Pajabol 0. And after a very, very difficult weekend for MyaMon last weekend, he has taken it 3-0 in that opening series. He will be delighted